All right.
Today's sponsor is Velport Orphanage.
God damn it.
If you can't beat them, buy them.
That makes it gosh.
Well, I suppose I should put out the new warning now. Oh. So, due to the graphic nature of this stream, viewer discretion is advised. Last session began with Aegis taking Ivy out on a date to the Thieves Guild, a location that she was not meant to know, and one that Aegis decided not to directly tell her about. After walking inside and Ivy's vision returning after being blinded with a magic pill, she quickly put two and two together and became instantly frightened. With Aegis questioning why, Ivy spouted that being a dryad makes her worth quite the sum of money if she were to be captured by someone with little to no morals, such as people who are part of the Thieves Guild. The date continued, however, and Aegis and Ivy were treated to dishes from their home continents as well as many delicious desserts. After the date had concluded in a way Aegis was not happy about, he took out some frustration by partaking in some arena fights. Sim made some headway on his favor to Victor by bringing him some locally sourced children that, by the definition Sim was given, were ethically acquired. With Sim's changeling abilities, he shifted himself into a kid and dared a group of street rat kids to sneak into the doctor's house out on the edge of town. With the kids venturing into the basement of Victor's house, Sim shut and locked the door after the group entered. The frightened children were met with a creepy "good evening" before being put to sleep as Victor very quickly began taking parts for his secret project. Zay had rushed off to the Thieves Guild in order to take a quick teleport from Red to the city of Prada to sell Amber's stolen jewelry. While in Prada's Thieves Guild, Zay felt a pulling towards a crystal. Communing with Hexus, Zay realized she has more powers than what Marlia had mentioned and was able to teleport into and out of nearby crystals. Inside the room that she teleported into, she found a young winged boy sleeping and a crystalline sword. Taking the sword at the instruction of Hexus, she teleported back out to continue her business in the city. When Zay found out Amber had given her subpar pieces, with one of which was costume jewelry, she became rather annoyed and turned down the offer given by the first jeweler she went to. Returning to Red, she asked if the costume jewelry was magical in some nature, but discovered it had a tracking effect placed on it. Zay once again went out to pawn off the jewelry with a higher offer at another shop. Returning home, she inspected the sword she had stolen and was surprised to find it held an entity, Dazarus, trapped inside that new Hexus. With needing some sleep, Zay bid a good night to Dazarus in order to clear her head of being swindled by Amber, but also to give her time to think as to how to break Dazarus free. And that is where we begin tonight.
So, we pick up with Aegis waking up at the crack ass of dawn because he wants to go hunting.
Yep. Um. Yeah, I think he's just gonna go straight to Ivy's first before he wakes up to book. To leave his letter and uh the ration that has been divided in a way to only contain meat, only contain the jerky. Um. Although I think you should probably put that inside, like find a way to put it inside of her shop. Is there like?
So, you know that she has a mailbox.
That is true.
Um, It's not necessarily inside the building or outside the building, so to speak. It's one of those where it's got a hatch that can open from the outside that people can drop things into, or place things into. And then from the other side, as long as the outside hatch isn't open up, she can open it up herself and pull out what is left. It's not very big. It is like
Can he still fit
like
the,
you
the
could fit
envelopes
like
and racks in
you
there?
could fit like a small box in it, but like you're like no one could try and crawl into it. Like even a small kid technically wouldn't be able to fit through the opening,
Okay,
sort of thing, to get in there.
so then he should be able to just leave the little only meat containing ration in there
Yeah.
and the envelope and just be fine with it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that would be what he does. And then he's just gonna go straight to Debok's place.
So, with Dubok's place, downstairs is the shop front. Though you do know that on the side of the building, where both, so it's strange. All the buildings are connected. There's no gap in between them. Though next to his regular door is actually stairs, like outside stairs that go up to a door that go to his upstairs. You would also know that that wall itself is actually a wall that he has shelves on that go up at an angle to kind of match the stair indents on that wall. On that side. And so you would know at this early in the morning, if you didn't actually see lights on through the shop windows, that you would need to go upstairs.
Okay. Because he's gonna go upstairs. Actually, what if is there a way that I can send Rupert in there to try to wake him up?
There is no way into the building that is open.
I guess I'll just knock on the door.
You can knock on the door. I will say you also notice before going up the stairs, when you looked at the storefront to see if there was a light in the back for him, like prepping anything to get ready for the day, that you did notice a sign, that said, "Closed for the day, will be open tomorrow." Now, you don't necessarily know if it's a sign that he forgot to pull down before going to bed and he is going to be open today, or maybe if he put it up before going to bed because today's going to be the day he's closed. But that sign is there. I also don't remember exactly how well Aegis can read, but that sign's there.
He probably takes a moment to sound it out. Claused for what is this letter? Da. Claused for da. But yeah, I think he can probably try to figure that out as closed for the day.
Yeah, I would say he would be able to figure it out. Aegis, you would probably think that that was a really weird way to spell day.
Yeah, probably.
You'd probably think, he must have spelled that wrong.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm still gonna try to keep knocking on the door and.
So you knock on the door, and then wait a bit. You don't get an answer.
I guess I'll go down back to the shop. Maybe he is in fact setting stuff up.
Oh, you can roll perception.
Okay. Oh. Wait. Cthulhu dice. Okay, that's 16 on the die, plus... plus 1, 17.
17. You pretty much know for certain he is not back there.
Okay.
You get the sneaking suspicion that he's not home.
Well. Ooh. Weird question. Can I try to track him down? Maybe ask Rupert to start looking for him?
I mean, you could have Rupert kind of scout the area, but unless he was outside somewhere, Rupert wouldn't spot him. Rupert is basically like a drone that can respond.
Well, as a player, I have a sneaking suspicion, so can I try to roll an insight on that suspicion?
But is it a suspicion your character would have?
I mean, that's kind of what I want to know. If he would be able to think on that level.
Well, what is your suspicion? And like, I need a how you think he might be able to put 2 and 2 together. Like, whatever your suspicion is.
So he saw Debok and Ivy together on possibly a date. They definitely had a meal together. But wasn't clarified if it was a date or not. And, yeah. So the suspicion is that he is over at Ivy's.
Alright, roll an insight.
Alright. +1. Oh, wait. Cthulhu dice again. I started typing now. 14?
14? I would say the knowledge that Ivy's usually never doing anything this early would ride out that suspicion, but maybe you missed a book and he went out early for something. Because that would definitely be in, I would say, in Aegis's mind, the more likely scenario is that maybe because you guys didn't specify, maybe he's already out tracking or hunting, and because you hadn't specified a date yet. I would definitely say it's in the back of Aegis's mind, but definitely not the likely cause.
Okay. Um. So it's like on the level of Aegis figuring out that may be what's going on between them. That there's sort of like gears turning just for later notice later.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe send Rupert. Well, would Rupert be safe flying out alone above the woods?
You want Rupert to get 8?
Okay. I guess I'm going on a hunting trip mostly alone if I can't wake people up.
Rupert's just flying
Hopefully
along,
we
just,
find
oh,
enough.
fuck!
Plume of feathers. As a larger predator bird snags him out of the air. Just a poof of feathers where he was, and a in the distance.
I guess next place I'm going is back to the slum house.
Back to the house.
Zay and Victor and Sim maybe.
I'm not at the slum house. I got my own place, remember?
Well, yeah, but you're like next door, aren't you?
And they're technically not the slums. They're houses that you commandeered.
So borrow without intention of returning.
Yeah.
But if I remember correctly, Victor is like the neighbor to the...
Yeah, you're a neighbor to the house.
Okay. I guess as usual, I'm gonna start with the main house.
Well, you know where to find Sim and Zay. You know, Zay's usually on the roof, Sim's usually in his room.
I'm gonna go to Sim first.
Sim first. Alright.
Interesting choice.
I'm starting with Sim, because Sim's the one he's, like, logically, if he's going into the building, I mean, he could technically just yell up to Zay. Because he does know Zay normally sleeps on the roof. But he's gonna go try to wake up Zay in person, so he's obviously gonna start with Sim. Sim, you there?
Do we have a sim yet? He's
He's
in
just
here.
Yes.
Aha!
Okay.
Aegis, do you knock on his door? Do you open the door and just be like, Sim?
I'm gonna try to open the door and just be like, Sim, wake up! It's hunting time. Time for hunt.
Sim is like opening the door. His face is still kind of saggy. He's not fully awake yet. Face isn't quite on.
I imagine you're like half one shape, half another.
Yeah. He's like a half Leon and half regular Sim. Like, what? He shakes his head and snaps to just full Sim.
Time for hunt.
What?
We go on hunt.
What in the hell are you talking about?
Hunt. We go
I
on hunt.
I don't remember agreeing to any hunt.
We go into the woods and we hunt.
I guess last time I went into the woods with you, you brought back a demon baby.
Why would I touch a demon baby?
It was while you were drunk. You found this. You heard a baby crying in the woods. I told you no, don't go after it. Why would there be a baby in the woods? You went anyways, and you brought it back, and it attacked us. I don't want that to happen again.
Are you sure that happened?
Rather,
I think people are starting to lie to me about what happened that
yeah,
that time.
why would I have any reason to lie to you? Especially about something like that.
If Sim doesn't want to go on hunt, Sim just has to stay.
I've also got some work I need to get done. I need to make money.
Aegis just thought Sim wouldn't turn down a battle. Maybe Sim going soft.
What was that first bit?
Aegis just thought Sim wouldn't turn down a battle. Maybe Sim going soft.
Sim looks at his kind of scrawny frame. Uh, I don't know. I don't know where you got the idea of me and battling from. he kind of lightly strums his lute. I'm not exactly the fighting type. I can if I have to, but I prefer to stick to less dangerous affairs.
Maybe Zay will show you up then. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and walk away, let him probably go back to his rest or whatever, and go up to
Well,
Zay.
good luck
Wait,
to
am I
you.
stopped? Oh.
Don't let any boars get you.
Alright, so where does Aegis go next?
Up to the roof. To wake up Zay.
You You go up to the roof, and you see Zay. Zay, how are you sprawled out? And like,
Well, first off, you don't see Zay. You see a red tiefling.
true, that is true. You're still in costume.
Although at this point there might be like a horn like off the side of her head.
Yeah, there's definitely some of the face paint is like smeared off and on the roof itself.
But Zay is just Aegis has to be right back 1 second.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. It's pivotal.
Bum bum bum. But we gotta know. What if Zay's gonna
What
go
does-
hunting?
What does Sim do? Does he go back to sleep?
Yeah, what does Sim do? Now that you're awake, Sim.
He'd probably lay back down in bed for another few minutes and not be able to go back to sleep. And then after that, see if he could maybe find Zay.
God damn it.
You'd probably end up going onto the roof and seeing Aegis staring at a at this point, horribly disguised Zay, because she slept a lot of it off. I bet he'd be staring at her, wondering if this is Zay or not, because it kind of looks like Zay, and it's definitely a disguise.
And do I have a new roommate, or is that you?
Oh, Zay is still sleeping. Nobody has woken her up yet.
He's gonna go just like poke Zay, like right on the cheek, just like poke, poke, poke.
God damn, what? His eyes flutter open.
Do I have a new roommate, or is that you?
Oh,
Poke, poke.
fuck off,
Okay,
Sim.
I'm sorry
God.
about that.
That's all good.
Wait, what?
We decided to fill in the gap that you stood there confused on whether or not it was Zay or not, and Sim followed you up and started poking Zay because he knew it was Zay.
Oh, but he also hasn't explained it to Aegis. Okay.
Yeah.
They walked up and poked her and was like, "Is that you, or do I have a new roommate?" And she woke up and was like, "Fuck off, Sim." And I poked her a couple more times.
What?
What you done with Sim and with Zay?
What do you mean? I am Zay. Just pops the other horn off her head. What do you want? What? What? The sun's not even up yet. What?
Okay, so you realize it. Okay. We go on hunt.
Who? The? Why? Where? What?
Junior needs food, we go on hunt.
We as in you, or
You come with Aegis. We go on hunt.
she puts a couple fingers up to the bridge of her nose, just rubs. No. Di- Okay, listen. Last time when we went hunting, you told me beforehand. You can't just be waking me up at the ass crack of dawn without telling me the night before.
But is never a bad time for a hunt.
It's sometimes it is, like right now. She looks over at Sim. I got some info on your kitty cats.
Ooh.
Uh, they they never seem to leave the house without someone else with them.
Hmm. Always in a pair.
They yeah, Lord Solstice went to the bank with Amber and a couple of the others to set up an account for Amber just in case you stiff her on a bill or something. And then they went down to get something to eat at the cake place. And then they went down to the docks and to some back office to try and set up a deal to stop some Varzan shipments. But nothing came of it. And then
Well, that's probably good.
they went home.
Huh.
Oh,
So not a whole lot of out of the house business. That's good.
yeah.
Occasional appearances.
You you might notice something different next time you go.
Oh,
Amber might be a little bit more shaken up than usual.
did I see the extra security or did that get retconned?
That get
The
that
red
got
dot one.
That got
retconned.
retconned because you were
Okay.
too early.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, what was that?
Um, I might have taken something else from her, and she might have noticed a lot.
Oh,
Zay just kind of does that oh shit face like ooh.
well, I don't think it should be too much trouble.
Well, no, I don't think she knows it was me. Disguise. um Zay gets a little creeping smile on her face as she turns to Aegis. Aegis, you said you wanted to go on a hunt, right?
Yes.
How about hunting an orc?
Ah, we go to battle. Um, what orc we kill?
Well,
We
I was thinking maybe later tonight, if you and Sim, maybe Victor too, want to acquire some people, and one of them may or may not just be an orc, if you would want to play a little hunting game with that orc, Aegis.
Well, shoot. What hunting? How we play hunting game?
Well, either me or Sim can get you an orc. Victor can put him to sleep like he did with the cat that Sim wanted. And then we take that orc out into the woods. You let him go to run off, and then you chase after him.
Oh yes. At least give them fair chance to live or die.
Oh, of course, you have to make it a fair hunt.
Of course. I mean, Sim, if you're willing to help me out with something.
But of course.
I need bodies. I'm thinking maybe we go off to the heavy petting bar tonight when it's really hopping busy. Attract some unfortunate souls to a wagon that Victor and Aegis are hiding in. They can put them to sleep, knock them out, whatever needs to be done. And then take those individuals out to the woods where I have something planned for them.
Can I keep the cash?
You can have whatever the fuck is on them if you want.
Alright, I'm in.
Perfect. Now all I need to do is talk to Victor about it. Also need to get some rope. Tie them up. Make sure they don't run away.
Aegis needs still ask Victor if he go on hunt.
Oh, I'm sure Victor will go on this hunt, Aegis. If you're willing to wait for your orc.
Aegis still needs feed Junior.
Feed the orc to him. And whoever else you feel like hunting.
I wouldn't do that to poor Junior.
Well, how about we talk with Victor and start getting some things set up. You go get some food for Junior, and then we'll meet back up.
I'll acquire a wagon that we can hide outside of the heavy petting bar to draw in people. Sim, maybe you change into some. I don't know. I mean, whatever you want. Sweet talk some people to come outside into the wagon. Aegis and Victor can take care of them.
Not. Is that to now?
Tonight. Not.
This evening.
Yes, later. I suppose you can still go on your hunt if you're back by dinner.
Aegis be back by then. Maybe Victor still won't come. Victor does make lots of poisons.
I mean,
Me,
what time is it right now? Like very early.
It's very early, probably 5 a.m.
I'm assuming no shops would be open by now then.
Not quite.
Okay.
You usually see shops opening 7 at the earliest. The rest of them opening at like 8.
Well, if Aegis is going to go ask Victor to go hunt, and then Aegis is going out hunting anyway, and Sim, you have nothing else for me? I'm gonna try and get a little bit more
I was
sleep.
just trying to make some money. If you're a bit interested in helping with that.
Yeah.
Zay, you hear in your head, who are these people?
I just look over at Dazarus telepathically. Just some people to help me break you free.
Are they trustworthy?
I look back over at Aegis and Sim, and then back to the sword.
Which to them just looks like you looking at the sword and looking at them and then looking at the sword.
Yeah.
Aegis didn't know they fight with sword.
Telepathically, quickly back to Dazarus. I trust them. And then out loud to Aegis. It's newly acquired.
Aegis almost thought they couldn't lift a sword.
You
Aegis,
both
don't you
hear...
have Victor to go ask something?
Wait, I need to make a quick insight check for something on whether he picks up on something. Come to think of it, not related to what's being said. Something else. Oh shit. Okay. Aegis has a question. How they use makeup make eyes white?
There are things to cover the eyes, Aegis. She blinks.
Wait, aren't they bright, by the way?
No, they're not
Careful.
glowing. They're just white.
They're not glowing, they're just white.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Should I make an insight check?
You hear in your head, the green one seems duller than Zolo. I didn't...
Just quickly back to Dazarus. I have no idea who Zolo is, but you're probably right.
So should I make an insight check?
I mean, you could. You could make an insight check. On the eyeballs.
16?
Oh, I guess deception,
roll,
eh?
Yeah, roll deception. Sim, in your mind, you hear,
Deception.
since she trusts you and you don't seem dull.
I'm so sorry, buddy. That's a 28.
Sim has his like karate hands in the air. Looking around.
Calm down, fella. It's just... My name's Dazarus. I'm the sword.
Oh. Alrighty then. I'm Sim.
You again in your mind, Sim. Here, it's a pleasure to meet you. I hope you're able to help Zay in what she's got going on.
The hands are like slowly coming down. Okay.
Yes, so Zay and Aegis, you just see Sim go into a defense stance and then slowly calm down. I think Zay, you would immediately know what happened.
Yeah.
Sim's gonna look at Zay. Why do you have a sword that talks?
You know how I'm. You know how you found me at the Varzans?
Yeah.
Well, I some things happened, and I can sense crystals now, and the sword was a crystal, and I had to go get it, and turns out Dazarus is inside the sword, and I am tasked with breaking him out of it.
Oh. Well. Alright then.
It's weird and
Aegis, you
fucked up.
hear all that too.
Wait, what?
You hear that explanation that Zay just gave too.
Uh, mm, um, Aegis is gonna telepathy to Zay. Do you trust this sword?
I just look at Aegis and out loud I just say, I do.
Uh, wait, me in telepathy again.
Oh,
Maybe he.
you sense that your telepathy doesn't work to Zay.
Wait, what?
I forgot about that. You gotta do the telepathy and it just bounces off.
Okay. Okay. Um, I'm gonna telepathy to Sim. I think they, they need help in a different way. Um, is is are we sure this sword can be trusted?
This is gonna look at Aegis. I mean, well, it's a sword, so I don't know how
Zay
much
just looks
honor.
between Aegis and Sim, hearing Sim out loud. Just, I trust the fucking sword, okay?
Isn't telepathy akin to Sim? Maybe he's trapped in sword for good reason.
Out loud, all three of you hear, "Will someone pick me up already? Or Zay, will you please make it so I can move about myself? Thank you."
Mosquito!
Zay says mosquito. The sword turns into about the, I see it's like the size of like two D20s right next to each other. And it looks like animatronic like mosquito that begins flying about. And then lands on Zay's shoulder, and with one of its legs, it does a little bow. And it goes, "I've got many talents. The name is Dazarus, and I would like to not be trapped in things anymore. Thank you." This lovely lady, with working with a couple other acquaintances, will be working to free me. Shall we get on with whatever it is your plans are, my lady?
I would like to. Just looking at Sim and Aegis.
Both of them are shell shocked that the sword turned into a mosquito. They don't know how to respond.
I I what? I I, I guess let's go.
Um, why you trapped in sword?
I needed a form because I got too weak. Now, my son has been trying to do the job, but is a child and not quite the best at getting quite what I need as quickly as I would like, and has a child mentality being a child and such, which is why I have forms like this. Does a little flare with his little mosquito arms. It's like it's great to be able to move around and not just be stuck as sword, but still is not my own form. Still is not freed from items. I would much like to be freed from items.
Um, what you need?
I need
He needs magic
Mm,
items and other stuff. I was thinking something else. And this is where you would get your orc, Aegis.
Um, Aegis has just orc in mind. What about magic person?
because, well, magic person would be quite delightful. That is a lot of magic, and there is a lot of energy that goes into a person. So that would be great, but how do you tell a child that you're trying to keep from destroying the whole planet on a childish fit rampage that you would like to consume some magical entities? That's just something that you don't do. There's some morals in place. So I needed an adult like lovely Zay here to help me out, especially with her newfound pact job. I don't know how you would like to refer to it as.
Pact?
Zay just kind of shrugs her shoulders.
What pact?
Help me with this, and I'll tell you everything after.
Well, maybe we just feed him orc wizard. World be much better without.
I'm not talking about the orc wizard. What? For you, I thought any old orc would do.
Uh, he is uh, a wizard, and he is orc, and he uh just everything wrong and bad. World be better
Well,
without.
okay, do you know
Oops,
where
wrong
this orc
sheet.
wizard is right now?
Um, we probably find him at arenas.
So, no.
Good.
Well, how late is the
Ooh,
bar open?
what if what if we use sword kill orc wizard?
I mean, that is kind of the plan, yeah. But I thought you wanted to kill the orc wizard, Aegis?
Aegis kill orc wizard where you using sword.
Zay's just kind of tapping her foot angrily. The orc wizard is for you to go hunt, Aegis. We can find other magically inclined people in the city. Hell, I could probably walk over to the bar right now, and there'd be a few drunkards outside, passed out.
Hey guys, I'm probably gonna have to get off at least for a little bit. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'll probably be back later during the session.
Okie dokie. Take care of the wifey.
Yeah, I hope you guys understand.
Yeah, we do.
Oh
We
yeah,
do.
no,
Go.
no problems.
Dazarus, do they have to be magically inclined, or can they just be normal?
Everyone has magic, even if they're not magically inclined.
Oh, good. Well, maybe we can get this done quick then. Sim, want to take a walk down to the bar, see who's around?
Yeah, sure.
Or wait till tonight when more people are around. I do have things that I have to do today that I
Yeah,
promised.
see, would probably be a better idea.
Yeah, that'll give me time to talk to Victor and acquire a cart.
Would you mind just helping me make a large amount of money quickly at
Say
some point?
say what? How much do you
Would
need?
you mind? Oh, well, hold on. Ah, oh god, math. Um,
Give me a number.
about 3,600 gold.
Zay just kind of freezes with like her mouth kind of open, like, don't have that much anymore.
I mean, we can make it again.
I mean, I'm sure we can find some way to do it. Yes.
Hell, maybe another jewelry shipment.
Yeah. About that. uh, um. Yeah.
Y'all are gonna have to find new people to steal from, damn it.
We'll think of something.
I'll see what I get off of Purple tonight. Or maybe we'll get some high rollers.
You know, I did have an idea. If we set up the fighting arena, how they can take bets and things?
Yeah.
Well, could have either you or Aegis fight in the pit while someone else makes a guaranteed bet that you will lose. if you catch
See,
my
that
drift.
could work pretty well. I do think that could work very well.
Would be a good way to get some quick cash. Coin? Cash? Coin? Money. So that's an idea on the table.
Yeah, we could do that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how Aegis feels about throwing a fight, though.
Especially if it's against an orc wizard, apparently.
Yeah, huh. We'll have to see.
um, Zay Zay sits down and she starts cleaning off the rest of her makeup.
Sim will like kind of sit there and watch for like a minute or two, and then he'll just prestidigitation the rest of it off.
Ah, fuck! Ah, Jesus! Ah, can you warn a girl next time before you?
I sorry, it was just fun watching you do that for a minute.
Fuck off, Sim. And
Sim
then
just grins and goes back down into the house.
I guess I mean I'm just waiting until a little later when Victor would actually be up instead of going to his door at 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah. No, you wait a bit. You
I take inventory of things. Like, okay, I gotta leave the letter here. I have to definitely leave those magic bracelets here. I can't take those. Okay. Don't think I have anything. Okay. Yeah. Good.
while you're taking inventory, Daz kind of just does circles for a while. And then after a moment, he goes, "There's got to be a comfier place for you than the roof."
I like the roof. You you get used to it after a while. Soft beds are too soft. Zay just kind of smiles. Well, except for one.
He goes, well,
Sorry I'm not as pampered as you were. Dear son.
yeah, chuckles and goes, I wouldn't call my life pampered in any form of the sorts.
No? Why is that? You have your son. He's with his dad. Well, not right now. He will be. Must be nice
I
to
had
have
a
a.
form. It got taken away when I got put in this sword. I got locked away by a cult who raised my son for a lot of his life. My wife got murdered. My son broke out with me, lived in the forest for many years. Made his way somehow into the hands of the Thieves Guild. Granted, has been taken care of by them, and I'm not upset about that in the slightest. But, try being a sword that's being manhandled by a 9-year-old for years.
Well, his mom died, huh? I guess me and your son might have more in common than we think.
Because I haven't been able to sense her presence in years, so I assume she's dead.
Well, at least you stuck by your kid.
Would have liked to have helped more, but seeing I was a sword, until fairly recently where I got this, and it gestures that tiny ass bug self.
Which form do you prefer? Sword or the one you're in right now? I'm not going to say the word because that would be mean.
He goes, thank you. He has a habit of repeating it over and over and over again because he thinks it's funny. Gives me a headache. How does a sword even get a headache? I don't know, but I do. Nonetheless, I don't know. I like being able to move about a little more freely, but I've I've always held on to the thought that eventually I would just be able to be me again and not an item. And I don't think I necessarily prefer the bug form, the cloak form, or the sword form uh, over one or the other. They're all useful in their own right.
What does the bug actually do? It can't just be this.
He goes, oh no. He kind of spreads apart his wings a little more and shows that the abdomen part is see-through, like is glass. And he taps on his nose and goes, it's a needle. I can hold something, whatever, poisons, antidotes, whatever other liquid, and I can inject it.
Oh. Well, maybe I thought too quickly about it then. That is useful. Oh, anyway, I have to go see another one of my acquaintances. Who, after probably with a little bit of payment, will help. And then I have to go meet with some people that are related to Hexus. Same as me.
Because yes, dear friend.
Yes. So, I guess I'm carrying you along.
And kind of lands on your shoulder and does a little gesture with an arm, goes, lead the way.
Right. Zay will walk out of her quote room end quote. Say, Sim, I'm going to see Victor, and then I'm off for the day. I'll meet you around dinner time by the bar.
Alrighty.
And then Zay goes to Victor's. Knock, knock, knock.
You hear a rocket noise as you see Edgar kind of flap down and look at you with his head cocked to the side.
Another bird. Is Victor here?
It bows its head forward before giving you a quizzical look, almost asking as to you why.
I have a job. If you're interested.
A moment goes by, and you hear a click as the door unlocks, and Victor stands before you, looking a little disheveled, like he had been sleeping on a table. The, the job, you say? I would like some more information than that. Come, come, as he gestures to go inside before putting a pot of coffee over the fire.
I'm in need of your services, like Sim did with the Catman. I have a few
So you are
people.
in need of immobilization or disappearing.
Immobilizing part.
Go on.
I'm looking to acquire some people for something that I need to get done. And I need them asleep, knocked out, whatever. And I think that your work is the best around for that.
Word does travel fast. Do you have ways to administer, or will you be needing that as well? And how many are you needing to be administered to?
Well, I'm going to say a maximum of 6. Possibly.
And you hear, and I've got the administering part down.
I would like to roll a. Well, before I do that, can I determine where the voice came from?
Make a perception check. It won't be too terribly hard.
I'm working on pulling up my character sheet. I think my power dice are in my backpack. So perception, that's
Can we take a
come on,
quick
work
break
please.
for a minute or
14.
two?
What? Two of you spoke at exactly the same time, and I got nothing.
Oh, can we take a quick break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick bathroom break. To a run. Sim, not Sim. Victor, what was your number though?
14.
14? Oh, yeah, you would have been able to tell. But yeah, quick bathroom break. Since, they needed to run off real quick. My guess is one of the crotch goblins woke up.
I'm also going to take a quick break to go let my doggies out real quick.
Yes, so, yeah. Potty breaks, get drinks, what have you. I will put on the... where is it? Oh gosh, I haven't used it in so long. I need to find... oh, where'd it go? There it is. The elevator music.
I hate elevators. Tiny fucking boxes.
Hey chat, it is picking up the music, right? It's supposed to be. Perfect. Still a little bit quiet. That's so weird. It is like nearly blaring. I wonder. Hold on. If I turn it up this way. How is it now? Did that change it at all for you? Still a little quiet, or did that make the adjustment make any change whatsoever? Nope, the same. It sounds exactly the same to me. What the fuck? That's so freaking weird.
Okay, I am back.
It's the same volume again. Okay. I don't know. It's weird.
Zay is back.
Okay.
So yeah, I got a 14 on my perception check to see if I can figure out where that voice was coming from.
Oh no, did we lose people?
I still hear you.
Groven, you there?
What? I think we're still waiting for Sim and Victor to get back.
Oh, Victor's back.
I've been here.
Victor's back? Why don't I hear him now? The fuck?
Because you suffer from CHS like me, you can't hear shit.
No, for some reason your thing got turned all the way down. I don't know.
Huh.
Do we have a Sim back yet? I will take that as a no. The doggies are still going le pate.
I need this hat. It says the attitudes of women and fish towards me are too varied and complex to be accurately described on a hat. That's fucking great.
Where's the old photo?
Oh, Aegis said that he'd be back soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I only have. Which one was?
Would you say that I got a long rest, or because I was interrupted, I did not?
Because it was like, we'll say it was a long rest. You were close enough that as long as you don't do anything like super exhausting for like what would make an hour, then it would count. Because technically, it's only like 6 hours of
Sleep.
sleep and 2 hours of calm activity.
Okay.
But it looks like I saw the back. So oh yes. Victor, you with that do see a it looks about the size of two D20s next to each other, like body wise. That's how big like the body is. Um Standing at attention on Zay's shoulder. This little animatronic mosquito.
Hmm. And of course, there's a matter of payment.
How much do you need for your services?
About 6 doses of strong sleeping toxin. Mm, If you give me 200 gold, I could be able to procure all the necessary supplies for it.
And for your help in also administering them?
That would be another 100.
Zay takes out 300 gold. Or 30 platinum, I guess. Because that's what I got.
And as for the timing, do you have anything in mind?
Preferably tonight.
Then I better get started. As Victor stands up with his cup of coffee in hand, goes to the door, lets Zay out, and makes his way to one of the apothecaries to several of the apothecaries to get his supplies because you never buy everything you need at one place.
Yep.
That creates questions.
You know the drill. Um the places you usually would go, depending on how fresh you wanted your items to be, and uh you know that Moira at Teapot usually has some of your usual ingredients. Um young Lord Paprovi at Lavender Moon, the magic shop. You would also know that Ivy um does tend to grow a myriad of things the Love Blossoms florists. Um, though she tends to sell things for the smaller dosages as like pain remedies and other smaller doses are fine, but bigger doses are dangerous, sort of things.
This is a
And
decent dose for a pain remedy. It's kind of like undergoing chemo because you're tired of cutting your hair. Big doses are good.
and you would also know that sometimes, depending on who's docked at the moment, that you can get some of your things at the docks, at the pop-ups there.
Probably do Moira's and Lord Poprovi's shops, and then check the docks to get everything that I need for it. And while I am out, I would like to drop a note off at Dukebox.
Okay. Yeah, you would get do your shopping round and about. Moira is her usual self. In this case, is in one of her very alert moods this morning. Maybe she actually got to bed, or maybe she napped a lot the day before. No one really ever knows, but you get into her shop and she is up a ladder at the top. It is balanced precariously as she's rearranging some of her top shelves, muttering to herself that she should have done this months ago, and she hates the way these are arranged. It just makes no sense whatsoever. Um, but you can also tell it looks kind of like she's putting everything back in the places that it was after like jumbling everything together and resorting them out. You're looking at it going, that looks exactly the same.
Organized chaos.
Yep, very much so. But when you get in, she hears the doorbell, the door chime, and slides down the ladder. It's your typical interaction of her bopping around the store, trying to sell you more than you need because she loves pitching her favorite teas at the time, but you just want the ingredients. But she always ends up selling the things to you. With the addendum of one of these days, you will taste something.
You know me, Moira. I will not drink tea.
One day I'll get you. You'll do it. You'll see. I'll
And on
see.
that day, the sun will rise in the west and set in the east.
Could happen someday. You never know.
Thank you for your goods, and I will turn and leave. And how much all do I spend?
Um, Gosh, with her, let me make a roll here. Let's see how generous she is with her pricing today. Because everyone knows, unless it's labeled, which it rarely is, her price is very excruciatingly so. Um, for everything you ask from her, she asks for 30 gold.
Okay. Give her the money and continue getting my various supplies. and dropping off a note at Dubois stating that I am in need of a decent bit of fresh, thick hide.
You get to the books, and there's a sign up that says he's closed for the day.
I would like to have Edgar fly around, see if there's any windows cracked that he can leave a note in there for.
Roll perception for me.
18.
He doesn't find any windows cracked, but Edgar does notice the second story mailbox.
He will take the written note and put it into the mailbox.
And then for procuring your other goods, dang, that's the same. You discounts and get everything else for your potion making stash for 20 gold.
Damn. Screaming deals.
Yeah, I rolled low on people pricing things today. You happen to find them on super sales or Moira's good mood.
It was clearance items.
Yeah, clearance items.
With that, my house and if there is any time after that before Zay will come to collect, I'm going to keep working on the legs. Splicing
Nice.
is thirsty work and time consuming.
It very much so is. Especially getting all those cuts right so you don't accidentally destroy what you're working on.
Uh-huh. But that's why I have parts children. They're kind of like
Many
that.
parts.
It's kind of like that box that you find in your dad's garage. It's got a bunch of miscellaneous weird bolts and nuts. Sometimes you find the right one that you need. That's what these kids are, basically.
Yep.
No children were harmed in the making of this creation, at least spiritually.
Sam, what are you doing for the earlier part of the day?
Oh, I think I might go look for some more street rats.
Street rat hunting.
So I think I still need, what, 2 more that are 4 feet tall?
2 more that are 4 feet tall, and 2 more. Wait, you got 7. That would be 9. Yeah, 2 more that are 4 feet tall, and 3 more that are miscellaneous to reach the dozen.
Okay. Yeah. This is couple of 4 foot tall ones. This is my main goal. This time I think I'll go slink around the orphanage.
Alright, you go slink around the orphanage. And there are quite a few kids playing in the yard. Looks like you happen to come around when the school sessions haven't started up yet. So they're all running amok, playing around. There's a little play set and swings and kids kicking around balls. What shape are you currently? Like, did you
Kid
switch
sim.
into kid? Okay. How is Kid Sim approaching? It is gated, so you know.
What kind of wall does it have?
It's one of those um shorter um like as Kid Sim, it would be hard to step up on it without using your hands for balance. Um, out of brick, and then from the brick is um kind of like those tall metal comes to a point at the top. Um, Squeezing or slightly altering your shape depending on how skinny of a kid sim is, you could fit between the bars, sort of thing.
Okay. Um, hmm. I Well, I guess first, do I see a couple that are about 4 feet tall?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a few.
Okay.
It's kind of a pick your kid scenario now.
Let's see. Hmm. What's a good What's a good like monster claw that Sim has seen?
A good monster claw?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Go with a
Gosh.
rogue's talon.
Yeah, just really any form of big old claw would be
Okay.
impressive to a kid.
Or I'll kind of think of some like kind of gross looking claw. I'd kind of wander up to the fence, like call over to like a couple of them, trying to get the attention of like a couple of the ones that are like 4 feet tall, mostly, but hopefully like a few of them.
You get the attention of a couple kids, and they wander over, and they kind of give you a look. We haven't seen you around before. You new in town?
Yeah, kinda. I found something cool since I've been here, though.
You found something cool?
Yeah.
What'd you find? We don't get out much. We get out on field trips. So we
Oh,
don't see
yeah.
things cool much.
Well, since I've been here, I've pretty much just been on a big field trip.
Cool.
And you know that like kind of scary doctor out on the edge of town?
We're told not to go to the edge of town because people that are bullies hang out there and it's not safe. So be safe. We can only hang out near the temples.
What, the temples? That's no fun.
Unless we have
Temples
a
are boring.
chaperone. If we have a chaperone, we can go to the shops.
I know where I'm going.
Where are you going?
I could show you to the doctor's office, and he's gonna kind of like turn around and like rummage through his pockets a bit, and using minor illusion, he's gonna make like this gnarly looking monster claw. And he's gonna be like, I found this out in his trash.
I look at it and they're like, wow. Can we get one?
Yeah, I think so. If we go back,
We could scare the girls. That would be funny, leaving it under their pillow.
that would be fun.
Sometimes we go around the yard and we look for bugs or snakes, and we put it under their pillows or under their beds, and they get mad. We get put in timeout.
But see, so some like monster part or something would be even.
It would.
So let's go.
But can we be back? Hold on. One of them runs off. And around the building, you can still see him. He's outside, but he's looking at something on the side of the building. And kind of looks like he's counting, and then darts back. And he goes, "You think we can be back for school start like 15 minutes?" I think I did the math right. It might be 20.
Oh, totally.
They kind of grin at each other and go, "Let's go." I gotta make a roll to see how easily they squeeze through the bars. Yo, one straight up gets goes to follow, and this kid's got hips.
Sim's gonna kind of just like look at the one that got through. And he's gonna look at the one that's still stuck. And he's just gonna start like pulling on him.
The other one grabs one of his arms, hand looks to you, and goes, "We gotta pull together. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
1, 2, 3!" And tugs real hard. And it does yank the other child free. The two of them toppling a little bit before righting themselves and looking to you. Okay, Let's go get the monster bits, the claws.
Okay. And he'll start leading them towards the doctor's office. And once they get there, he'll kind of like tell him to sit back for a second. He'll go and make sure look that like nobody's like peeking around or anything. And if he sees Victor in there, he'll kind of give him a signal of like, hey.
He acknowledges the signal, just continuing working all nonchalantly. And moves off into another room after a second.
So we'll run back to him. He's like, okay, I think he's gone.
He's gone. He's not gonna come out and be mad.
Yeah, no, I think he went somewhere else.
We're not gonna get in trouble. We don't want to get in trouble again. That would be boring.
No, this'll be awesome.
Okay. You go, where do we go?
You just follow me.
Okay.
And we'll kind of creep up towards the house. Oh, excuse me. And he'll kind of like take a glance towards like the trash area and be like, oh, well, doesn't look like he has anything out here, but I think I saw something when I looked in.
Do you saw something inside?
Yeah.
That is different than outside. I don't know if we want to go inside.
But it looked like some cool claws.
But we're not supposed to go in places unless we're invited in those places by the people, because teacher says that's rude.
This is the doctor's office. You don't have to be invited to the doctor.
That is true. You don't have to be invited to go in the doctor's office. I guess we could go in. You don't have to be invited to the doctor's office. And if we get caught, we can pretend we're sick and we can.
Yeah. So we'll kind of like try the back door.
And you, per plans, of course it's unlocked.
We'll unlock it. We'll go in and start like looking around. Man, I swear they were like right here. And then when one of them's like when they're not like kind of paying attention, I use prestidigitation to like make a kind of like groan-ish kind of noise that sounds like it's coming from the basement door.
They so you're making it sound like it's coming from behind them, sorta?
Yeah.
Yeah. They hearing the noise, they definitely go in further and try and find a hiding spot to look out for what made the noise. And they kind of begin ducking. And what was that? What was that? Is he a monster?
Maybe, but I bet he doesn't just let it sit, like, just roam around, right?
I don't know. Your dogs roam around, but
Yeah,
like
but
that's a
they're
dog.
not like monsters.
We gotta be quiet and sneaky. How do we get out if it's at the door?
Or we just close the door and run away.
How do we go to the door and just run away if it's at the door?
Well, because if we gotta open the door, we can just close it real quick.
We could close it real quick.
Yeah.
They slowly begin kind of inching towards the door. And go to like peek and see if they need to slam the other door closed or not. Is Sim going to make more spooky noises or do a good old shove and close or what?
Just do a good old shove and close.
Good old shove and close. So they're peeking down. And you hear them go, I don't see anything. Should we just close it just in case? And then you
Oh, I think I see something. And
just yep. There is a yelp and some thuds as they topple down the few steps into the basement area, and you close the door behind them. And I assume there's a victor down there to greet them. Would that be correct? Is Victor dead? Victor died. Victor! I wonder if he lost connection.
Oh no.
Yeah, I dropped connection.
Word
Whoa!
was, oh, hold up. Got back on my computer. Last thing I heard was, I don't see, and then it just cut out for me.
Oh no! They got shoved down into your basement area, and then Sim closed the door on them.
the good old shove and close.
The good old shove and close.
They tumbled. How many of them are in the basement? Just
Two.
two? Okay, just two. Good to know. And they're
Just two.
both the 4 foot tall ones.
Yep.
They
Two
collect
boys.
pile, and looking up, they see a terrifying sight of various chains and viscera running about with children in a couple various states of uh dissection, I guess would be the right word, or maybe vivisection, one of the two. And parts melded into others with a smiling Victor with his fingers laced together. You children are not where you should be. But it all works well. There is a monster in all of us, after all. Shall we see what yours is?
They are petrified. And one of them has definitely left a puddle on your floor.
That is disappointing. Usually, children are much more sturdy. But you will do just fine. Don't worry. You will serve purpose in death that you could not in life. You are wanted. You will be loved. And with that, I'm gonna cast sleep.
Yep. And they are out like a light.
I'm going to go back to the top of the stair, go back out of the basement after quickly securing their hands and legs and in their mouths just in case. Thank you, Sim. 9 down, 3 to go. As I pulled out a small pouch containing 50 gold.
Oh, well,
Nice.
thank you very much.
I wonder how, by chance, how much did you hear?
Well, I tend not to pay attention to what you tell your patients. You know, patient doctor confidentiality and all.
I'm gonna roll an insight check for a mod 20.
Sim genuinely just does not fucking listen to whatever you tell people because like it kind of gives him the heebie-jeebies.
But if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and going and finding Zay, as I have some guests to attend to, and inform her that her order is ready.
Alrighty. And Sim will wander off.
And I will go and
Work
begin
on the delivery.
work on delivery and yeah. Children can come later. The fear tenderizes the muscles, makes it easier to work with.
Say, in the meantime,
Uh-huh.
what are you up to after you place the order? What is Zay's order of operations?
I have to. Oh, Jesus, that was. I have to go meet with Marlia to go pick up her mom.
You do indeed know that Mother Dearest should be arriving soon. You go over to the Varzand residence, and it is hustling and bustling. You can hear, like, as you get close to the house, The windows are open. You can hear all of them talking. They are frantically making sure the house is spotless for Mother. Including all the boys trying to help out. As you walk up, the door itself is open, though Rolus is nearby. And he kind of gives you a wave in and some acknowledgement. And you see that the boys are constantly asking the girls for input on if they think Mother would like the room set up like this, or if they should like move the sitting chair to this corner because it'll have a better flow, or should we flip the rooms? And both of the girls are both putting in their input of what they assume Mom would like, but also you catch them talking to each other like, how, like, it's fine. What are they freaking out about? Like, it's just gotta be clean. It's already clean. Why do they want to rearrange things? Why do they suddenly care about the flow of the house? Sort of thing. And as you go over, without even missing a beat, the second she sees you, Marlia runs over and gives you a hug.
Ooh.
And she goes, I'm so glad to see you. That must mean it's closer to time than I realized.
Looks like you could use a walk.
We could use a lot of things, one of which would be the brothers to calm the hell down. Three of them just laugh. You end up catching Barnan, who is being reprimanded by Ekmos due to the fact that he's baking and dirtying up the kitchen, but he wants the house to smell like baked goods when Mother arrives, and it'll be a nice treat. And that he swears he'll clean up after himself. And after a moment, Lord Varzand comes down the stairs. And he goes, oh good, you arrived. And Pione, Marlia, Zay, are you three ready?
Nodding. Not sure what I'm accepting, but yes, I am ready.
He gives a smile. And he goes, we will be walking there today. He looks at the boys and goes, stop moving around the furniture, it's fine. Please just sit somewhere and calm down. And all of them, other than Barnan, the rest of them, like the closest chair to them, they plunk down. Because that's better. And he begins walking towards the front door. The girls follow, both of them linking an arm around yours, so you're in the middle of them.
Whoop.
And Marlia is like, this is so exciting. She's been gone on business for a while now, and we've missed her a lot.
Yeah. Being away from your mom for a while does, yeah, sucks.
And as you all walk, Lord Varzan goes, now, darlings, please understand, your mother doesn't know about the newest addition to the family. But stay, you have nothing to worry about.
Okay. I'm not quite sure how to take that.
And he grins and goes, depending on the mood. Depends on how nice she'll be at first. Mostly probably to me for not filling her in. But seeing as she was on her way here anyways, you should be fine. Because it will be good for the girls to have their mother back and for you to be able to see her as well. Very, very strong woman. And you keep walking down and you end up getting to the docks. Smell of the ocean, and the salt in the air. And you do see that a ship has docked and is currently unloading. And Lord Varzan goes over to one of the head workers, one of those that is taking note, and asks if the people have left the ship or not, or if things are just being unloaded, so he knows where to find his wife. And as he is talking, you end up getting tugged on the arm by Marlia and like whipped around as she catches her mom further down on the dock and completely disregarding any form of calmness and just darts and arms wrapping around her, and you see this woman who has a very, very sharp pointed jaw, a more curved nose, high cheekbones, quite pointed ears, um, 3 horns down each side of her forehead, getting smaller as they get closer to her ears. And her skin is a more vibrant purple with almost very, very slightly violet tinted white patches of skin. Long flowing hair, pitch black eyes, and she is grinning as Marlia comes towards her and slams into her with a big old hug. And she then calls out, Maradius, dear, you've lost track of one of your daughters. And he looks up and has a big old grin on his face. And he goes, darling, it's been quite a long time. And now you have heard Lord Farzan's first name for once.
Yeah.
So we'll edit that in the NPC section. And he goes, Nithtari, darling, I have brought a little extra for you to meet. This is Zay, and she is part of the family. And as he emphasizes family, there's a little glisten in his eyes. And she looks at him and purses her lips, narrows her eyes for a moment, and then looks at you, Zay, kind of looks you up and down. And she goes, Zay, darling, it's a wonder to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Just give a small wave and smile.
She goes, I don't know how you've managed to infiltrate your way in, but a pleasure.
Just it kind of does that like hair tuck behind the ear move. Yeah. Infiltrate, right?
And Marlia kind of tugs at her mom's sleeve and goes, Mom, that's the one I talked about. And she goes, oh, you are lovely. Well, now I have a little change of mood towards the situation. Then, Marlia, why did you have your father lead with that?
Zay's just kind of
You-
like, what the fuck?
You have quite the pleasurable skill set, though I won't say any more as we are out amongst, well, we're out amongst ears that shouldn't hear things that aren't their business, who can't help but be nosy. So, I assume the boys are completely panicking. Both girls begin nodding ferociously. And she goes, mm-hmm. And we should probably get back to the house then, if we want it in one piece. And Lord Varzan gives her a bit of a nod and goes, they're a bit more nervous this time than others, seeing as a lot has gone on and some big movements have been made. And he holds out an arm, and she loops an arm around his and goes, I already have people that will bring all the things to the house, so we don't need to worry about that. And she looks to you, saying, so, while we walk back to the house, how about you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I mean, there's not really much to tell. Just kind of, I don't know. There's not really much to tell with me.
Well, certainly there's something to tell. You've got a certain talent set that doesn't just come from nowhere. My daughters adore you, which says something. And for some reason, the higher up in the family adores you too.
Uh, the just kind of point to Lord Varzand.
She does. She's no, no, dear. And she opens her hand discreetly and forms a little bit of a crystal before closing her hand again.
Ah. Yeah. Um. I'm. We're. Mm-hmm. I've had a couple talks with him. Yes. Mm-hmm.
She goes, well, that's, I would say, a good thing. And you all get back to the house, and the boys were definitely fidgeting with things. And the second the door opens, all of them are like at attention in the hallway, nervous as all get out. And she looks at them and gives them an eye roll and goes, "What, are you my sons or are you soldiers? Get over here and give me a hug." And they all sheepishly grin and come over. Mutters of, missed you, Mom, sort of thing. And, it kind of gives a sniff to the air. And goes, something's going to be done in a few minutes, I take it. And she looks around and realizes that amongst the boys that were at the door, Barnon was missing. And she goes, "Ah, yes. He didn't notice my arrival because he's watching the oven too closely." She goes, "Pardon me, Zay. Well, I go frighten my child because he will not notice me coming up behind him." And she gives a bit of a smirk and walks off down the hall. And very shortly afterwards, you do hear a startled intake of breath. And Lord of Arzan kind of looks at you, saying, goes, "Our boys are very predictable."
Just kind of nods her head. Well, I mean, I've only really met Rolus enough.
He goes, "Well, that is true. He's the one that guards the house most of the time, after all. Then there's Malice, who you met because he got married. He goes, well, Rolus." He got points at him. And Rolus gives a smirk and goes, "Half the time I'm a bit farther inland nowadays, working at the capital."
Oh. Capital?
He goes, "Yes. Where most of the nobles have one of their temporary housings for royal business, putting in pleas and bids with the royal family.
Oh.
Dealings with other noble families and such." Lord Varzan goes, "Since he is the eldest, he's been learning more and more of the official goings-ons. And then you've got Ekmos and Osvir, who last you saw them were off in a dash to take care of some business, which actually went quite well, thanks to your victor, I might add.
Oh, well, that's good to hear.
There actually is you. He as well, the rest of the family. It's all family business. I take it Hexus has been active with you, yes?
Yes. Last night. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Between the guild and Hexus, who do you answer to more?
He's, well, uh, um, it's more like the guild's answers to me.
Uh, okay. Um, Hexus told me to get something from someone at the guild, and uh, I know that's against guild stuff. They just kind of
You,
does that awkward, like, sly smile, like awkward.
as you mentioned that, Ekmos gets the wickedest grin on his face. And he goes, hey, I know.
What?
He goes, gave it the Crystal Edition via Hexus request.
Oh, well, I guess since you know, I'm just gonna hold on to my shoulder, just getting ready, and just say mosquito.
But turn it back into the sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shifts back into the sword, and both Ekmos and Osvir grin. And they're like, hey, we didn't know you could do that. And Dazarus kind of goes, it's a new edition. And they go, yeah, so kind of when we saw him, when we were dishing out the tranquilizers, X is kind of was like, hey, that kid's got a friend. Give him a bit of chutzpah for me. And so we did. We figured he had a plan. And he did have a plan, and now look who's here.
Zay just kind of looks at Lord Varzan and just goes, surprise.
He kind of goes, honestly, I thought it was going to have to be one of my children that would end up getting him out of the hands of that child. Once he found out how the crystals, we didn't want him to figure out exactly how those worked. Or what that could do, but well, Dazarus and Hexus had a plan. We just go along with it. Now that you have him, though, what's your next plan?
Well, I assume Dazarus has to be set free from the sword. I was going to go get some local donations from the bar and offer them.
Would you like the boys' help with some roundup?
If it would expedite the process.
Mm. I believe it would. They are quite talented in a seek and capture, if you will. You could always go to one area and they can go to another.
My plan was going to the heavy petting bar and picking up some unfortunates there. Well, you mentioned Victor. I commissioned him for some knockout stuff, which should at least make it easier to transport them.
Also, sorry, out of character. I am here if I am still included in this plan. Any part of the plan?
Yeah, capture people.
Yep, thumbs up.
As well, where would you like to meet with who is captured? You can go to one bar, the boys can go to another, round up some unfortunates, and meet you back somewhere.
I mean, thinking outside of town, in somewhere in the woods, away.
They'll be able to locate you.
Yeah, can I sense them now that I'm actually thinking about it?
Yes, you can. It's a little different than sensing just the crystals themselves. It's a little bit of a antsier of a beacon, if you will.
Okay, well.
Farther away you get, the harder it is to sense.
So, that kid is Dazarus's son.
Yes.
If he wakes up without his Dad's sword, he's gonna freak out.
Oh, yes. And seeing as what time it is, he's definitely already freaking out.
I don't want to get in trouble.
You're not going to get in trouble.
Okay. Well, okay.
Strings can be pulled quite easily. Especially since you're doing something that is of Hexus's wishes. It isn't even in need of payment to pull strings. Those strings will just be pulled.
Okay. I just look over to Marlia. Just, sorry. Just kind of smile. Like, sorry for interrupting this family reunion.
She gives a shrug and goes, they're always eventful and something always goes strange in some way. He goes, but I guess this means you probably have to go.
Yeah. Yeah. When should we... When should this happen? Like now? Or tonight?
As well, during the night, you do have a bit more cover, but during the day, you tend to get those who were already drunk from the night before, who are currently getting drunker now at this time of day.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Right. Well, Marlia, you want to help me, gussy up?
There is a glisten in her eye, and she goes, of course, and bolts upstairs. And you hear from the top of the stairs, well, come on!
Yeah, I run up after her.
And she bolts into the room, pulling out makeup and going, well, are you wearing the same thing? Are you wearing something different?
What would you think looks good on me?
Okay, hold on. And then she darts into the closet and pulls out an outfit. Though it does have pants, because she remembers that you tend to not like the dresses and skirts, those sorts of
Oh,
things.
right now? Skirt.
She goes, She just like pauses. And the gears turning. And she was okay. And darts back into the closet. And then comes out with a different outfit. And pulls out a couple jewelry pieces to go with it. Gussies you up with some makeup. And goes, okay, you're perfect.
Perfect. Just kind of look at myself in the mirror.
Well, but you were perfect before, but like, I mean, never mind. She starts darting to the opposite side of the room.
I'm gonna change my hair to red. Like a nice redhead.
Nice redhead.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And since Marley already updated me.
Gussied you up.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be back for dinner with your mom.
As long as we can have dinner at a different time?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. I'm gonna give her a hug. And then step out.
She, Miley.exe crashes for a moment. But before you start to go down the stairs, you do hear her call out, "Be safe, don't get hurt."
Okay. I'll Yep. And then just head out.
As you head out, Osvir and Ekmos are in the front yard, and they give you a bit of a wave before heading out towards they are going to the Tipsy Dragon Fruit. Is what they tell you as they kind of give the nod and wave and begin to head off. And then they say, "We'll catch you in the forest."
Okay. Just kind of give him a wave. And then I have to go find Sim and Aegis and Victor.
Nope.
Was there any decision on what Aegis was doing prior? While I was away.
No. There was an echo from someone. There was no like finalized decision. I figured I would, depending on when you win, such if you got back. I would see if you had gone off hunting or not yourself, and then do a bit of a roll to see if you came back with something. Or if you had just worked on prepping for an orc hunt of sorts. Um, um, but we can message, get that in a message, And
Okay.
so at this point, you would be back from whatever you decided, so to speak. And Aze, who is very gussied up, and a redhead now, is coming to gather the three of you.
Uh, Zay is out of disguise now, like completely.
She's a redhead now. She's got pretty fine makeup on, and has changed her hair to be a redhead.
She's been cranked
Um,
up to 11, if you will.
Um, I'm just gonna wait until it comes to where she's talking to Aegis. Shenanigree.
I
Aegis
mean,
being Aegis.
I'm assuming everyone's at the house besides Victor. Actually, I should go check.
so at this point, Victor and Sim would be at the same house. Sim about to leave. Aegis would be at your guys' house next door.
He's T-posing on the roof still. uh, oh, Sim. Hey, Sim.
Yes.
Sim. Uh, a little change of plans. We're doing things now.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh,
can
you
can
look.
can you she'll hand Sim 300 gold. Can you go get a covered wag? Can you go rent a covered wagon?
Well, I don't know where I'd get one, honestly.
Like the stables or
Stables.
something where they keep horses or whatever. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Um. Uh. Zay, you look really pretty. You forgot to take off your eye covers. Let me get them for you.
Oh no no, Aegis, don't touch. It's fine.
You tried to anyway.
No,
Um.
it's okay, Aegis.
Why?
It's
If
all right.
you trying to look like human, you no need eye covers anymore.
It's okay, Aegis. I like them like this.
It's hard to see.
Nope, I can see just fine. He's gonna walk over to Victor's. uh, Maybe Aegis can go with Sim to get the wagon.
Um, why? What? I do we need someone pull wagon? Some do we need animal to pull wagon?
Uh, there will be horses, and you like talking to animals. Please.
Okay.
Knock on Victor's door.
He answers.
Hi. I don't mean to rush you or anything. Is anything ready?
I hold out a box.
Oh. Take the box. I did ask if you were going to administer them.
Yes, I've just proven that they are, in fact, complete.
Okay. Time may be a little bit more expedited to be like right now.
Ah, one moment, I have something to take care of. Before, then I will be ready.
Okay. I'll just wait outside.
And going to rush downstairs and double check the restraints on the living children.
Oh yeah, they're all good.
I need to keep them fresh for a moment, so can't exactly do what I usually do.
And they're out hard.
Cool. With that, I will go back and meet up with Zay out front.
So the plan is, I just sent Sim and Aegis to go rent a covered wagon. With some. Then we're gonna go pick up some junks at the bar, and then if they give you any trouble, just stab them with the juice.
Stab them with the juice.
Zay doesn't know what to call it. What did you say?
Absolutely goated with the sauce.
And then yeah. I guess start making our way over.
Yeah, you get the cart. They're able to get the rent a cart sort of thing. Well, there is. You do know that it wouldn't be able to get all the way down. There is some walking from the bar to the cart,
Mm-hmm.
up some steps. But fairly close enough.
So like on the way, I would explain that Sim and I would go in to find just whoever um to bring back to the wagon, get them inside, and then Aegis and Victor. Well, Aegis could like hold them down
hold
or
them.
whatever.
I
While
actually had a plan for how to do that.
oh, okay, well,
Oh,
go ahead.
I'm going to use 2 key points to cast Pass Without a Trace on me and Aegis.
Oh, very nice.
So
they
we get
can
a
be
plus 10
sneaky,
bonus to
sneaky.
Yeah.
stealth and cannot be tracked except by magical means, and we leave behind no tracks or other traces of our passage.
Very nice. Very nice.
All right.
Well,
So
Sim,
you all Stealthy
right.
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Actually, I can cast it on all of us because that is creatures I choose within 30 feet of me.
Nice.
Wait,
Well,
what
Sim,
effect? What
you
effect
ready?
does it do again?
It gives you
+10 to
+10 to your stealth check.
Oh,
and you
okay.
don't leave tracks or traces of your passage.
So you guys are gonna be sneaky stealthy and grab the drunks and make them go night night
Toss them in the wagon.
and toss them in the wagon.
Oh shit! Need to buy rope.
You mean your rent-a-cart didn't come with some? Maybe you should check your cart.
Oh, what's in the cart? Tons of rope.
It's not magical, but it's enough.
That'll do. That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That'll do. So you take your positions. Zay and Sim, you go inside. There are definitely some drunks to choose from. How do you lure those drunks out?
Are any of them sitting alone?
You definitely see uh, a few that are alone sitters. One that's in a corner, a couple different ones at some of the like round tables by themselves. By no means is it empty. There are quite a few others areas with people in like at groups at the tables.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely a picking of lone fellas.
Well, are there any orcs or like half orcs?
Yes. You do see a half orc gentleman.
Is he half in the tank?
He is up to his eyeballs.
Oh, nice. Is he sitting alone?
Sitting alone, closer to the stage, but alone. Yeah, off to one of the sides. Um, has a large drink in his hand that's about half gone. Multiple empty like mugs on the table that he's at. You can tell that they're empty because half of them are on their sides.
I'm gonna.
Looks like
I'll slip over to him.
yeah, he's
It's
in
kinda-
work clothes. Um, Looks like he should have been at the docks, but isn't for some reason. Maybe a bit down on his luck.
I'll sit down across from him.
You sit down across from him, and it looks at you, and kind of blinks a couple times, and goes, "Am I seeing an angel?" He gives a bit of a hiccup.
Do you want to see more of an angel?
He gets a big grin, and goes, My luck must be changing.
Oh, follow your luck this way. And I'll get up and I'll like take his hand and I'll start pulling him towards outside.
He is definitely stumbly. But in no way is he stopping you in the slightest.
I'll lead him back to the wagon.
Okay, the plan was for Aegis and Victor to knock them out when the people were brought to them, right?
Mhm.
Yep, you grab him, Victor knocks him out. And you see Zay coming with a half orc. She makes her way to the cart. Aegis,
Oh! Okay.
roll an athletics. You don't have to beat much.
My athletics was +9, that's right. 15?
Oh yeah, that definitely beats the 9. There, when grabbed, there is like a struggle, but the weakest struggle you ever did see. He is not the kind of drunk that makes you stupid strong. He is the other kind of drunk that makes you fumbly and uncoordinated.
Okay.
Aegis, that one is yours for later. And Zay turns around and heads back towards the bar.
Let's see. Oh yeah, snap! That's a nat one. You rinse and repeat. Even easier this time as you're walking up and someone is stumbling out.
Hey, you heading home?
You you give a bit of a hiccup and a nod, and they try and look at you, but are clearly seeing like 4 of you, sort of thing. Like
Yeah.
trying to like point at you, but definitely pointing to the left. And
I'll just kind of I know I'm not strong, but I'll kind of like grab an arm to try and support. Be like, let me take you back to my place.
you make it back to the cart.
Oh, wait. Shoot. I realized something. Retroactively, well, I guess I can't retroactive it now. It's probably too late, but I probably would have put on the orc costume.
I don't think it matters right now.
Okay.
Yeah, this gentleman just kind of wobbles into the cart himself and starts snoring as you get him there. I mean, he got a nat 1. I was gonna see how people were reacting, and he got a nat 1.
I know Sim has a couple things. if he's there.
Does Sim help with the abductions?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, buddy.
As Zay's abducting a couple. That is. Both of those. You also don't have the hardest time convincing a couple different people to follow you. As for some reason right now, I cannot roll over a 10. I thought maybe one of the drunks might put up a fight and cause a ruckus, but nope, not this day. They are all very agreeable drunks.
Good news.
Who?
Oh, hey. Bye.
Loud.
Oh, it's Aegis.
I'll mute him in a second.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
There you go. You end up with yourself a nice and full cart.
Well, you can either stay here in the city or come out to the woods. Your choice.
What would Sim and Victor like to do?
Oh, if Victor for helping. Extra. I'll give you. Hold on, I gotta fucking calculate all this out. 10 platinum.
How many?
10 platinum. And then I'll say, you've done wonderfully, Victor. Thank you. You have things that you have to get back to?
Yes.
Well, thank you for your services. 20.
1 second. I have something to ask of Victor. Victor, you have something to sober person up. Yes.
Are you drunk?
Do what?
Are you drunk?
I'm not understanding what he's saying.
Are you drunk?
Are you drunk? Is what he's asking.
Oh no. Well, a drunk praise, not a good. Not honorable.
I have ways of dealing with hangovers. If you are drunk, your body will have to process the alcohol.
You can just wait it out, Aegis. A night hunt.
Well then, I guess I'll have to, for now.
Why don't you come with me, Aegis? You can help me move everyone inside with your big, strong muscles.
Maybe Aegis should try costume in case we get caught.
Sure.
Especially if if Creed decides to wake up.
Okay.
And he's going to take the 10 minutes to apply his magical disguise.
You could even like work on putting that on in the cart while
Yeah.
they were moving.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Sim, are you coming
I guess
with?
that'll be the plan.
Sim? Sim?
Sim died.
Sim! Sim!
Sim
I was gonna give you money.
broke. Sim is done borked. Oh, there's a.
Well,
Sim done borked.
oh no. Well, the plan is to head to a secluded part of the forest. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you head to a secluded part of the forest, and as you get there, you not too long afterwards hear a bit of a whistle, and then you see Ekmos drop out of a tree. And followed by Osvir, who then kind of point up, and they've got a few people that they've currently just tied up into the tree.
Oh. Well, I guess you can let them down now.
And Akibos says, well, we weren't sure exactly where you'd want them, so figure we just keep them up off the ground for now. Until we spotted you.
All right.
And
how many do they have?
they have 4.
Oh shit. All right. Well, anyone who doesn't want to see this, avert your eyes, I guess. You ready, Dazarus?
He you get the feeling of a nod. And he says the best way to do it would be a plunge through the heart, please.
Well, you know what works best for you. Ekmos, Osvir, if you would want to hold them, stand them up, something.
They give a nod and uh, stand one of them up, and Egmos just giggles and goes, "Just don't miss. I don't want to have to heal again."
They just she just laughs. Well, I'm not very practiced with a long sword. But she'll ready the sword and then carefully.
Give it a plunge.
Yep.
As you do this, there is a bit of a flash of a red energy that surrounds the person that you stab before it's almost like they themselves get pulled into the sword, as if they're being pulled into a black hole,
Oh.
sort of like that stretched out sort of that look. um and he goes, "Perfect, another please."
Just look at Ekmos and Osvir. You heard the sword. Next.
They go hop to it,
Yep.
and you repeat the process a few more times, um, until on the last time, uh, after the person disappears, there's a couple other flashes, and then all of a sudden you're not holding a handle of a sword anymore. You're holding a hand. And I need to put a picture of Dazarus in the chat for you. Do NPCs. He is faintly glowing. Very, very white skin. Snow white hair. A few scars. On him. Very pointed ears. There is a bit of a red glow to him that fades. And he then goes, you think I've thought this through, but I only realize now that I didn't request that someone bring clothes. He is butt-ass naked.
I mean, I'm not sure you should even wear any.
He gives a smirk. And goes, It'll be so much harder going through town without the clothes, though.
Oh, shoot. We did not take things off of the bodies, did we?
But isn't that the fun of it?
I am being told to smack booty.
Oh yeah, I should put no mic so they can see it too. There you go. I know a couple of you that are listening in. If you look at no mic, I put Dazarus' photo in there.
I mean, I have a cloak. This is weird because you said that you could be a cloak, and now you need one.
uh,
Oh wait,
Eh,
why
I don't
doesn't
think
he just take the clothes off the bodies, though?
they're
they're
gone.
gone.
They're gone. Oops.
They were consumed in their
Or have
entirety. Oh, the orc guy! The orc
Oh
guy's still
yeah,
there.
Aegis.
Aegis can just explain to him that when he found him, he didn't have any clothes.
Aegis, we need those orcs' clothes. Strip them.
Maybe we should check the orc if it has any useful items.
Yeah, go ahead.
You
Check
can
them.
loot the pants and Dazarus takes them and he kind of looks at the gentleman and looks at the clothes and goes, I'll just take the pants and find something that fits better later.
Well,
Well,
you certainly have a way about you, Dazarus.
He smirks and goes, as gods tend to do.
Um, uh, your son. Do you need help getting to him, or?
Not anymore. Though, I will be popping back after I go clear things up with him, as certainly he is freaking out and causing a ruckus. But then I will come back and repay you for what you have done to release me.
Oh,
Please do think about what you might like as payment.
Oh, I will. Kind of look him up and down.
And that is where we will end session.
Yay.
Say goodbye to chat as they are freaking out about Lazarus right now.
Goodbye, chat.
Bye, chat.